the canvas, 'cause that's all you. Let me show you that I still care. Tangerine, pretty green, and yellow, purple. Ow, what's up, y'all? Yes, honey. Tonight is the night. Ow. Mm. I gotta let my girl break it down one more time for y'all. I gotta let her break it one more time. Because I need y'all to understand that we paint in color. Okay, we painted in colors today, honey. Hello. Peter. Ow. Painting happy colors for you. Let's just show you that I still can. Listen to the colors too, y'all. Clear the canvas, 'cause that's all you. Let me show you that I still care. Tangerine, that pretty green, Amarillo, Virgo. Hey, Merlot, Cocoa, Indigo, Blue Indigo, Merlot, Tangerine, that pretty green. Ow, that's my song, y'all. Listen, tonight is the night, y'all. Okay, listen. Before I get into what I'm gonna get into, so of course, y'all, I'm here. There's, maybe at the end of the day, I'll get on cam. I'm completely, new. I had a very busy day today. I'm still in this energy. There's a lot of energy that hit today. And so we're going to jump into some tea. Okay, come on in here. Yes, honey, how you doing, Jay? Come on in here. Yes, honey, Jalia. Listen, I hope y'all two stay in here for a little bit. Okay, we won't be too long. But I have some gifts today. Come on in here. So of course I want to give a shout out to my gifters, contributors. I don't even know what to call y'all at this point. I just appreciate y'all. There's a vision that I have that I don't really share with people, and of course, not even my best friends knows about this vision, honey. But this vision I've been holding on to for the past 2 years. And when I say I'm so close to manifestation or manifesting this vision, it's so amazing. And so I want to give thanks to my supporters because without you, your bitch would have to pull out a PPP loan to a bitch would have to go defraud a bank, a payday loan. So I'm so appreciative of your support and contribution to Goddess, right? Madam Merkaba. So of course, we're gonna kind of be here, there, everywhere. Like I said, there's some good energy today, and I want to come on here and bless you with something, honey. Hello? Can we talk? Let's talk for a little bit. So something that I kind of find interesting, and the video is titled, clarity. I see you because things are so clear to me, right? Things have been made so clear. And I think other people have also seen these visions and they've received clarity, but because of fear, because that's the word that comes up. because of fear of not having friends, the fear of not being loved by family, the fear of being outcast by people who they consider they're connected with, right? Whether you're a leader of a community, whether you feel like you are the ruler of a certain type of person, whatever the case may be. But there's definitely fear there. But they received clarity on so much. And like I said, today I want to talk about some of this. So one thing that I learned in spirituality, and I say I won't keep you long, but I really won't, because of course at 42, I got some things I gotta do. Hello, 42, we gotta do. Come on in here. So, I should have got my pen and paper too. Damn. Okay, hopefully I don't take too long what I gotta say right now, so I can get in. Okay, got pen and paper. Okay. So, spirituality, right? We're on a spiritual journey to find out our spiritual identity, right? We don't go to church, we don't go to a synagogue, we don't go to a temple to seek God, right? This is what they say going into manipulation. They have you thinking that. But in reality, you're seeking yourself, because in order for you to understand God and have a perception of God, or perception of an energy or deity that's outside of self that you have never seen before with your physical eye, you have to first know self. So the reason why a lot of religions are broken down, a lot of religions are being, put out on Front streets where we're looking at this shit like this is a joke. It's because people are waking up to the fact, they're getting clarity to the fact that these religions is to keep them stuck in the body and to not seek themselves, right? Because when you know yourself, you become powerful. And when you're powerful, no one can rule over you, rule against you, etc., etc. So in the same sense of you seeking yourself, right? You learn all aspects of self, right? That would be the very first thing that you would do when you get into this stuff. Would say, Spirit, what are my spiritual gifts? Spirit, who am I? What is my purpose in this? You don't just jump into this because you think it's cute. You don't just jump into this because you're like, oh, I saw Charm. I saw, Angel, Buffy the Vampire's there. Like, the American Horror Story Coven. Like, you jump into this because you feel like this is you. You feel like there's a calling within self. There's a part of you that is wanting to wake up, and it's true, right? Back in the day, let's say 2 or 3 generations ago, they didn't really have access to stuff that we have access now to. They didn't have access to this information. So everything that they know had to come through hereditary, right? It had to come through their ancestors. But even then, those are the people that are not on here begging for money. And those are definitely not the people on here that have lost a house, have to file bankruptcy and all the good shit. Like I said, we ain't getting into that, but we getting into that. So when you're seeking self, right? Because if you had to file bankruptcy, if you had to do all that stuff, that means you don't know who you are. That means you're still finding aspects of yourself. So on this journey, we become aware of spirit, and we understand that spirit has existed for eons, right? Spirit does not die, but it transforms, right? It does not stay one thing. So that will also go into speaking of how energy is energy, and although energy could be, let's say a shapeshifter, right? We're all technically shapeshifters because we have incarnated in this plane, in this reality, many, many times as different things. You haven't always been black. You have not always been white. And of course, going into the 6 event, those who sign up, I want to teach you some things about yourself that you're not probably even aware of. And of course, this positive, of course, is beneficial to self. But I want to show you some things to where you will realize and you will see things around you very differently. And that goes into awareness, paying attention to your surroundings. That's awareness. So going into you becoming conscious of who you are and knowing that you've been here many, many times, right? A white man, a black man, a tall man, a gay man, whether or not gay was accepted or not, gay has been around for thousands of years. So you've been many, many things. And that's why we go into not judging. And as I said, I think the Bible, I think the Torah, I think the Quran, I think these books have part of the truth where do not judge other people because you yourself has been a sinner. You yourself has been a slut. You yourself have been a prostitute. Everybody has had their chance at that table. And if you have not had that chance yet, oh, mercy on you. Oh, mercy. Mercy and peace be unto you. Because now you have not had that life ever. And you're sitting here and you're judging people for being different than you. So when it comes back around, whether you're conscious of it or not, when it is your chance to be that prostitute or to be that homosexual, or to be whatever it is that you're dealing with, or whatever demons you're trying to spew onto other people, you're going to have it worse. You don't got to take my word for it, but you're definitely going to have it worse, honey, because you could have used this opportunity to learn from these people. So when it is your time to have that opportunity, spiritually speaking, because like I said, I'm not speaking to the physical body, I'm speaking to the subconscious body, I'm speaking to spirit. Okay, I'm speaking to the essence of you that have always been here. Instead of you spending this time not becoming a homosexual, because that wasn't your theme for this life, not becoming a con artist, because that wasn't that wasn't your theme for this life, but getting to know that person. Where what happened? What made you want to do A, B, C, D, F, G, and just to get an understanding of it, right? So, like I said, when it's your turn, when you go around that sun, and of course, we're going around suns and suns and suns and suns. We have a sun in this solar system, and then this solar system, or excuse me, yeah, this solar system goes around another solar system, which is another sun, and then that solar system goes around another, and it just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, keep going, keep going. So when you make your ass that whole 360 around all the suns, honey, we're gonna say the black sun, you're gonna have your chance to be all that if you have not already had that chance. So even going into spiritual maturity, I think that people when they're spiritual mature, they are the last ones to pass judgment. And if they do pass judgment, it's the actions of your soul, not them saying, oh, I don't deal with you because you fat. I don't deal with you because you black. I don't deal with you because you white. White folks, I can't stand you. Black folks, I can't stand you. Gay people, I can't stand you. Transvestites, trans D, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. I don't understand. Yeah, that's not what spiritual mature people do. So when you once again seek self and you mind your own business and you spend your time becoming aware of self, yourself will start to reveal itself to you. Because like I said, we live in this world where the ego, right? And some of us have multiple egos, but the ego is it's alive and it's working, and the ego is your false perception of self. It's the lack of being connected to God. When you're not connected to God, that just means you're not connected to self. That's why I say going into people that are atheists, and there's no disrespect to them, because if I was not spiritually mature, if this is my first time around the sun, I would probably be atheist too. I would probably say, you know what, you religions are a joke, because if God is this and God is that, then why y'all out here fighting instead of having God go over there and handle that? Why are the cities that have multiple churches on every corner are the worst fucking churches if God was real? So I definitely understand from that perspective. And I could have been an atheist one of my lives. I don't think so, but I definitely could have been. Who knows? Maybe there was a point in my life. I know in the beginning of this life, there was a point where I was just like, yeah, if that's the God that created me, then honey, he can just take me now. He can just take me right now, because honey, I don't want a God like that. Okay, he created me. I want him to take it back. They said he can blink in the eye and it'll all be done. Please help and blink, God. I used to have a prayer. I kid y'all not. Right hand up to God. I used to say a prayer at night. God, if this is not who I'm supposed to be, blink right now so it can all be gone. I want you to take it back, God. Take it back. So we become aware of ourselves and we become aware of others, and we understand that others are going through their themes for their purpose, for their evolution, for their growth, for their process. Because even going into aliens and loners, I think that some people are definitely bound to this planet. I think some people will keep incarnating here no matter how worse the planet get. I don't, whatever. Because the planet ain't going nowhere. No time soon. But I think that some of us are loners. I think some of us are not loners in a sense of being alone, but in a sense of this was the worst place to be. And your spirit said, fuck it. I'm down to be in solar system AU 394 and put me on that rocky planet called Kepler. Like who knows, right? Who knows? Like I said, your story of what this shit is the story that was told to you by people who know the truth. They choose not to tell you. But when you get clarity on things make sense to you, and you start to step back and say, wow, there's a lot more, right? There's a lot more out there. There's a lot more that we could be focusing on, but we choose not to because we have distractions. But either way, I have watched people before I even got on YouTube to even want to start doing work for people. I watch people literally get up on here and will swear up and down that they're born into this shit, that they know about these spirits and these energies. And the first thing that they go back to is physical things. And I'm like, well, we know that the physical body will soon decay. It will soon stop, decay, rot, and return to the earth. And no one lives past 150 years old right now. So we know that eventually, within the next century or century and a half, this body won't be. So why the hell do we spend our time focused on people being in a body for one? Now let's step outside the spiritual stuff that they did not choose to be in. They did not choose to say, yeah, I think, if you're not, like I said, we're stepping outside the spirituality because you can't help the fact that you're born black. That's what they say. So if you can't help the fact that you're born black, you can't have the fact that you're born a woman, a man, a gay. You can't have none of that because what's good for the goose, good for the gander. And we live in a universe that everything is balanced. So you cannot choose your sexuality, but also cannot be able to choose your race that you want to be born. Like, make it make sense for me. If we're, like I said, we're stepping out the spiritual, because this is what these spiritual people are about. They're about the physical shit. And then they wonder why things are getting worse. They wonder why sicknesses are running rapid. They wonder why there's a lot of shit that's taking place, even going in their lives. Fires, losing a lot of valuable things, valuable people. They wonder exactly why this shit is hitting so hard. Why money is tight and why they got to go pull out PPP loans and shit. Because they've yet to understand that spirituality is spiritual. It's not physical. It's not called physicality. It's called spirituality. We're here to feed the spirit. We're here to know what the spirit is. And like I said, when you're connecting with Oshun and Oya and Yemaya and all these other spirits and Odin and Thor, it's because these energies are in you and they're calling out to you. And that's why I said, I don't go seeking spirit. I let spirit come to me. Every spirit that I work with, I've never sought after. I've never said, I feel connected to, Lady Magna Carta. I feel connected to her. Let me do my research on her. Like, no, honey, things were popping up. And, I conversed with other spiritual people. And they're like, hey, there's a spirit over that. And, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I never heard of her. And then I do my research. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is creepy. Because even going back when I was a kid, I actually had a marking right there. And they said that the birthmark or the marking on you is connected to her. So I was like, whoa. Anyway, so it just blows my mind how spirit is always speaking to us because we're open and willing to speak to it. And when people are not in that state of knowing spirit, or they're not even wanting to seek spirit, which is themselves, right? Because we're only seeking us. When we seek a man, we're seeking us. When we're seeking a woman, we're seeking us. When we're seeking friends, we're seeking us. When we're seeking lovers, we're seeking us. When we're seeking jobs, we're seeking us. And once you start to step back and realize that, now your choices become different. Because you stealing from the store, it's not because, well, they got it and I need it. It's because something in you felt like you were not worthy of getting that. So the universe said, I'm going to make you work harder for it. And you said, fuck that, bitch. I'm going to go steal it. And now the universe slammed that slammer on your ass. And then you had to talk about some, well, I'm a black woman. They gave me 5 years in prison for that, but I know a white man who stole more than me. They gave him 6 months. Well, once again, going to spiritual practices, I don't think that's a physical thing, and I think that's what we get so caught up about. Because I keep telling y'all, I know a black man from West Virginia that murdered a white man, okay, with a screwdriver, And he got 4 years in jail. And then had the audacity when he got out, they even gave him Social Security of, I think, like 3,200. So West Virginia is a very racist state too, by the way. So once again, going into spiritual curses and spiritual paths to become aware of you, you know your abilities, you know what you'll be able to do. There's a lot of people that have beat the system, not just white people, black people too. Think about it. They already said it's not too many black people out there anyway. They actually said that more of the population is between Hispanics and indigenous people. So if they're really killing black folks like that and locking black folks away, that means within the next 5 years, girl, ain't gonna be no more black folks, right? Everybody that's here are gonna be all orphans, right? Is that what that means? I mean, I'm just talking. Let's just get clarity on a few things here. That means that ain't gonna be no black grown people because everybody gonna get locked up every day. There's 365 days in a year. Okay, there's 24 hours in a day. Cops out here working 24/7. So that means if they really got a hate for blacks like that, that means they locking up like what, 2 or 3,000 blacks a day. I mean, let's talk about it for a minute here. They locking about what, 2 or 3,000 blacks a day, and if they also lock them up, that means they're taking them out too, right? So that means, like I said, within the next couple of years, girl, ain't gonna be no more black folks. Let the physical people say, ain't gonna be no more black folks, right? Mm-hmm. Just to get clarity on a few things, and then also going into something that also like stood out to me today too, because I was watching this spiritual person, and we all know that mother could see. Okay, I don't like going into using the word psychic and stuff because psychos use that word a little too often. They're psychic when it comes to other people. When it comes to stuff, they can't do it. They can't. Spirit can't tell them how to get a job to get their own money. They gotta go steal shit. Okay, Spirit cannot tell them how to stop them from losing their own house, but they can help other people. Aha, that's how that works. Okay, I see that. Okay, y'all. I see how that works. Okay. But going into, I'm watching a spiritual person and I'm feeling this person's energy instantly to where I dozed off for a quick 2 minutes because their energy was so high that, honey, like I was buzzing everywhere and it knocked me out. This is probably about maybe like 1:30 earlier today. And I said, oh, today's going to be a good day. I knew that when I woke up from that little cat nap. I don't know how long I was out, but I said, oh, today's going to be a good day. Sure enough, it was. But anyway, so I'm looking at this person. I'm like, there's a lot of conflictions there. This person is invoking a lot of energy. They are a black person. They're mixing, African stuff with European stuff, with some indigenous stuff, American indigenous stuff. But yet, on the same breath, they're coming for Caucasian people. But going into his look and his tattoos and his markings, they're very European. And I always say this, and people get so upset at me with this, but certain words like coven and all this good stuff started in Europe. Okay, a lot of spiritual terms that we see on here, witchy sisters, witches, all the good shit, that stuff started in Europe. Going even to using the word Wiccan. I've seen a lot of black people that are so-called anti-white using the word Wiccan. And I'm like, girl, Wiccan came from Europe. Okay, you could do your research on who even started Wicca. Okay, so once again, you didn't live in Europe. You were not enslaved in Europe. You were not owned in Europe. So we cannot say that's the slaves repeating masters' tea, especially when a lot of, slave owners in Louisiana, most of them were black. If you didn't know that, now you know. You do your research on that, honey. But either way, he started saying like white people, and it rubbed me the wrong way because not only is my ancestors white, but this person don't want to be judged for being different. Let's say a homosexual or whatever the hell they are. But on the flip side, they can judge people for being white. So he kept saying something about they're aliens. And I don't think current white people right now are aliens, but I think that, and of course I won't go too deep in this because this lowers vibration and stuff. And I'm not in that realm. I'm not in that space. I'm not in that place. I'm not filled with hate. There's no confusion in my heart. No, none of that. So I don't want to spend too much time in there, but he literally was like, yeah, I'm not saying the white people that's on this planet now are aliens, but I'm saying like their ancestors are, because black people could be in the heat and survive it. White folks can't. And I'm just like, so that means like there's no white folks in Arizona, there's no white folks in Las Vegas, there's no white folks in Texas, there's no white folks in Louisiana, there's no white folks in Mississippi, there's no white folks in Alabama, Florida, you know, these places where it's hot, muggy, mosquitoes bite motherfuckers up, alligators coming in, eating children and shit. So I'm like, I guess there's no white folks in these places. Okay. And I like, my skin is pretty brown, and the sun doesn't like me. If I step in the sun without sunblock on, bitch, my skin peels. It gets very hot. You know, girl, like I said, I was born in the summer, but I'm not a fan of the summer. Okay, the only thing good about being in the summer, you can be half naked, girl. No bra, no panties on. You let the titties hang out, all that good. That's the only positive thing. So I'm just like, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about, right? And he likes rock and roll and shit. Yeah, swing that shit. And I'm just like, okay, brother, whatever. But then, you know, as he's saying this, I'm like, well, why are black people saying this? And especially him being a spiritual person too, because you can pull these cards in spirit, you know, so you never tapped into spirit, the Eve mtDNA, and say, where did white folks really come from? Because little do you know that they say that white folks have Neanderthal ancestry. And this is where I'm at with this. I'm going to be done with this. If white folks were aliens, right? I mean, let's just say this from scientific perspective, right? If white folks came from aliens, right? They're aliens. Then the stories of black people being related to monkeys are real then. Okay, hello? Because ow, see, they're not ready for this type of teaching. Hello? If white peoples are aliens, then black folks are really related to monkeys. Because this is what I want to see. Hold on. This is what I want to do. You know, I don't believe in that people came from ape storyline. You know, I don't believe in that stuff. Just to point that out, I don't believe in evolution of that. But it actually says that the first primitive ape was found in Africa 20 million years ago. Like modern apes, it lacked a tail, but it would have been monkey-like in behavior, moving around in the trees on all four limbs. It weighed 37 and 110 pounds, between 37 and 110 pounds. So, like I said, you know, if white people are aliens, then black people are descendants of monkeys. And y'all don't want people calling y'all monkeys and shit, huh? So why y'all calling white people aliens? I find that very offensive. For on many ways, because like I said, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. You can say they're aliens and they're not from here and their blood haven't aligned to the universe. And I'm just like, so where do albino people come from? Hello? Why is it that in every country, in every state, in every place on this world, it's everybody? Hello? I need you to do your research and let me know, where's there a place on this planet where white folks cannot inhabit? Hello? I need you to tell me a place where white folks cannot inhabit, because not even to be funny with DNA and all that. And of course, people are going to have answers for this too. They're going to say, well, black folks are getting sick because the foods are fake, and black people, we need real foods, right? And this always come from American blacks. And I'm just like, most of you motherfuckers are mutts anyway. You know, not being rude or whatever. Most of you black folks in America, no matter how dark you are, you have white ancestry. That's why they use your mother's blood instead of your father's blood. They already said it. Look it up. Why they use your mother's markers and not your father's marker? Because it's going to show up white. So they use your mother's marker to prove if you're black or not, or what percentage of black you are. Look it up. Like I said, you do research on that. So if that was the case, once again, if you're from this plane and this is your world, black folk who think that white people are aliens, then why is there certain foods you eat that you get sick from that cause diabetes, stroke? Why can't you eat all the swine you want to eat? Why can't you suck on all the pig feet and pig bowels and chitterlings you want to eat without you getting gout and high blood pressure and all this good shit? Because white folks is eating it. You know, you even go to third world country. White folks over there in, countries where they don't got money like that, they sucking and eating on pig feet, goat nuts and shit. And these people are thriving, girl. Matter of fact, I even saw a white homeless man 2 or 3 days ago, honey, digging a trash can. And I don't know what the fuck he was eating behind. Somebody had a plate of something, honey. He took that lid off, put it on that sandwich, smacked it up, closed that, and he started biting it. And I said, now, little old me, now this is me. If I eat something that's even a little bit of sour, bitch, I'm throwing up, I'm shitting. Like, girl, even if I mix ice cream with cake, bitch, I'm sick. I'm fucked up. So if he's an alien compared to me, then I guess I must be really a fucking alien, bitch, because there's no way on God Greedo, Daddy ate that shit and he was feeling fine and good, honey. He was feeling marvelous, darling. He ate that sandwich and he going around playing with the little stick and shit. And I just said, oh, like watching him eat that made me kind of throw up a little. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, honey, stomach of steel. And so I'm just like, y'all need to get up out of that spiritual people that, you have the right to judge other people, because going into the crown chakra, because now we're going to get back into the spiritual stuff, going into the heart space and going into the throat and going into the Merkaba and going into the soma and going into the crown and going to the galaxy and the stellar gateway. When these areas are blocked and they're clouded, and I wanted to look into this too when it comes to alopecia and stuff. Alopecia and all that good stuff is actually connected to your crown and stellar gateway, if you don't know that. I wanted to look up the ratio of how many black folks have alopecia versus white folks. That's how I wanted to really look up, and before I get into the crown and shit, all that, because all that shit is connected to your hair. And I told my sister something, and I told her give it some time. In July, we're gonna put it to the test, because see, bitch, I'm that girl. Like, sound like using the word witch and all the psychic and shit, because everybody use that word and got it. But when we say that you can heal whatever it is you need to heal, bitch, I'm here. I'm living testament for that. When it comes to a lot of shit. And I told her, give me by July. I got something I need to prove to you, honey, and she gonna get it. Hello, because right now, girl, I'm shaking in my boots right now, saying that, bitch. Ow! I knew this day would come. Hello. I know that things are possible as long as you put your mind to it, because your ancestors gave you possibilities, and that's the whole universe, probability and possibilities. So when you are in a space where your heart is clean and pure and you have clarity, and the fluid that is pumping from it is gold, because the colors that resonate from your heart space is pink and gold, right? Or excuse me, pink and green. But it also emits the energy of white and gold. White and gold is also connected to your crown chakra. So we know that the heart space is also connected to the head space, going into metaphysical. So you cannot sit here and say that you are healed, that you are working from a higher perspective, that you're connected to a higher being, that you found who your goddess or god is, or who's your head goddess, or if you, whatever the case, you cannot go and come into the stand that that's what you've done and that's who you are, when you're still moving with ill intent, or to put people down and say, well, I know you can't help it, white folks, but you aliens. Because I'm like, what's the difference? You saying that from white folks saying that you're a monkey? Like, I needed to make sense. I needed, like, make it make sense for me. But that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that video today of this guy saying that. And I'm like, wow. So he's saying white folks are aliens and that they cannot evolve with the weather of this planet, radiation from the sun. But I'm like, neither can you, though. Because if you actually do research on it, the darker your skin, the harder it is for the sun to penetrate into your body to raise vitamin D3, which is given to you by the sun, allegedly. But in fact, it's already in you. The sun just synergizes, right? It just awakens that vitamin. So the darker you are, the harder it's for you to get vitamin D3. That's why they put a lot of, and if you don't know this, you can do research on this, but they actually suggest Black folks to take vitamin D3 supplements, because the sun cannot penetrate through your skin all the way because of your darkness. And maybe when he was explaining it, he was trying to say it another way, was saying that your skin protects you from the sun, while, on the other side, white folks don't. But I'm like, but even on that note, white folks get vitamin D in the sun. So who's more compatible with the sun? The one that can stand in the sun and absorb all that energy from the sun, and the sun can awaken those hormones in their body? Or the one who has to supplement because their skin cannot fully absorb the sun? Can we talk about it for a minute? Like, so I'm just talking. I'm just talking, honey, because we have to get clarity on where certain people are speaking from. When you're speaking from a place of white people are aliens and black people are monkeys and this and that, you're speaking from a place of hate. You're speaking from a space of ignorance. You're speaking from a space of not knowing who you are, and where you're from. Because you're sitting there talking like you are, and you know where you're from, not even knowing, bitch, that you willingly gave it up. You willingly gave up your freedoms and your rights, bitch, when you came into this plane. So if you're really that boss, bitch, that you say you are, and you running shit, then bitch, you should have incarnated in a different life. In a different theme, where white folks and black folks was more conjoined, more connected, more loving. But instead, you chose to come during a time where there's rivalry going on here. And there's only rivalry going on here because we got hurt people hurting people. We got mental illnesses that are stopping you from getting into the space and the place that you seem to be at. 666, of course, is going into mentality. Going into accessing your mental faculties, accessing different perspectives of self. Because we know there's different bodies, and we talked about this before. You even have something called the ancestral body. Oh, a lot of people don't know about that. Hello? Oh, like I said, y'all not ready for that type of teaching. Everybody see here, they got their little 2 cents on ancestor money, and you don't want to venerate no end. And I'm like, girl, you got an ancestral body, which is an energetic body located somewhere on your physical body. And you can easily access those points on your body. And like I said, going into the 6-6, we're going to talk about that. Oh, we getting dirty, honey. We're getting dirty. When I say dirty, girl, we're getting down to the root of it all. And of course, like I said, we are excited, y'all, because we really count down. Because, bitch, I've never been to this place that we're going. It's still in California. It's very, very beautiful. Very, very powerful. And Spirit is like, bitch, you gotta go. And at first I was like, you know what? I don't want to do it. But I said, you know what? That's what we're gonna go for the 666 event. So I'm excited. And of course, one of my people came through on her beautiful blessings. And I'm so appreciative of you, honey. But I just want to say this before moving forward. That when you're loved, when you feel loved, when you know love, when you speak love, when you move in love, that's all you see around you. That's all you see when you connect with people. You don't before engaging with someone, oh, this is another white woman. Oh my God, it's another black person. Oh my God, is this a gay? Is this a man or woman? Oh my God, this is another one of those freaks. Like, girl, like people who are not aware of self, people who are not in the known of themselves and their own abilities, they will try to cripple other people. And of course, going into phobia, we've said this before, fear will stop you. Fear stops you from moving forward spiritually. And really, and that's what we're here. We're here for spiritual evolution. We're not here for nothing else. So even if you cannot think for a minute about what that white woman or white man is going through, you have been that before. And if you have not been that, you're going to be that. Oh, come on in here. Because many of you are coming in here and discuss that white folks because maybe you incarnated in this lifetime as a black person and you got the nastiness of what happened to black folks in the South. But you could have been actually one of those people that did that shit to the black folks back then. And now you're disgusted with yourself. And now you're disgusted. Maybe you wasn't. Maybe you had a sister in that lifetime that was into that shit, girl. Madame Lorraine, hello? Who knows? Maybe you were a child during that lifetime, and your parents are so rude and so nasty with these people, and you were like, I hate my nasty ass mama, I hate my nasty ass daddy, and you died with that hate, and now you back in this lifetime as a black woman or black man to live out that. I mean, you never see. That's why I said you got to get to know who you are, and you will understand all things. Lauryn Hill says she'll get out of this box. Many of y'all are enslaved and shackled down, and you think you're free. You think you're free. They said that it was some of the stories, don't quote me, but it said something about only if the slaves knew they were free, they would have been doing their thing. And now it's the opposite. Only if they knew that these motherfuckers, if only these motherfuckers knew that they shackled down and held in captivity within themselves. Because being free is being free, mama. Being free is being free. Flying high is flying high. Honey, you're not worried about those little petty little things that doesn't mean nothing. And worrying about somebody being gay, straight, black, white, you white people are aliens, you black people are monkeys. Like, how does that help you out? How does that take you to your next level of spirituality? How does that open the doors and pave the way for you to be who you are? It had me thinking too, and I'm going to be done with this. They were talking about global warming and how we're putting carbon footprints out there. We need to cut back on the pollution, da 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 da. And the same people that are telling us this are the same people that are creating the shit for us to do the shit with. Because, like, I don't know how to fix a car. I mean, I don't know how to make a car. I don't know how to make a motherfucking light bulb. I don't know how to motherfucking put the material together to make a cardboard box, to even be able to make plastic bottles and shit. And talk about something. There was plastic in the ocean, and the ocean was in the turtle, and the plastic was in the turtle. We killing the turtles. And I'm for that. But these are the same motherfuckers that out here building the shit to fuck shit up. And that's what I'm not understanding. It's kind of like y'all teaching y'all children not to lie, but you lied to them about Santa Claus. Like, make that make sense for me. Make that make sense to me. You set your nasty ass up there and you lied to your damn children straight to their motherfucking face, and you said, Santa gonna bring you a gift. Mrs. Claus, the little elves, the reindeers, Rudolph, Dancer and Prancer and Dabador and Dumbledore, all these reindeers help Santa to bring the gifts. And then when a kid lied to you, you gonna whoop their motherfucking ass. You're going to sit them in their room. You're going to pop them in their mouth. You're going to abuse them because they gave you the same fucking energy you gave them when they were kids. And a couple of years ago, some little raggedy ass looking bitch go have her to tell me, well, bitch, that's why you can't have kids. And I don't think you should be around any damn children because you like to party poop for kids. And I'm just like, ma'am, kids don't have to know about Santa Claus. Y'all choose to tell children about Santa Claus. Children don't have to know about Santa Claus. You think the Amish kids know about Santa Claus? You think the Native Americans on the reservations that don't get out know about fucking Santa Claus? You think they teach your children about Santa Claus? I mean, hello? Maybe if I come off a little lighter, you'll understand a little better. Do the Amish people teach your kids about fucking Santa Claus, and the kids are worried about Santa Claus bringing them gifts? Like, answer the question. So, girl, I blocked her ass. I said, blocked? Block. The mom having her to send a request to talk about something. Girl, I know you're not upset at what I said. No, I'm not mad at all. But I just want you to get the fuck out of my motherfucking face, bitch, because you ignorant as hell. And you just people right here that'll be like, children, be yourself. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Don't let nobody tell you different. That kid come out as being homosexual. Now you want to disown them. And they fucking confused now because they're like, Mama, you told me to be myself. Mama, you told me to be proud of who I am. Mama, you told me to live life for me. And now I'm telling you who I am, Mama. You want to abandon me? Well, yeah, but I was talking about you just being like the other people. Bitch, you're confused and you saw your damn children. And y'all sitting here looking at a hoe or somebody who knows their life, who knows who they are, and talk about you confused. You mentally ill. Something's wrong with you. No, honey, something's wrong with you. Because you too worried about what I got going on over here. You too worried about how much dick I'm sucking, who dick is sucking, who's sucking my dick. That's what you're concerned about. So who's really sick? Because I'm not concerned about what they're doing to you. Honey, I'm not even thinking about that not one bit. Ooh, girl, you look like you like to get fucked in the ass all day and all night, huh? Is that what you like? Like, girl, what I look like saying that to you? Like, that's not my business. But you feel so froggish, and sometimes you jump. And like I said, y'all know how to jump at the right one because you didn't jump at the judge when he sentences your ass to fucking 5 years behind bars. Did you jump at him? Hello? You didn't jump at getting a fucking job before you went to that fucking Kroger's to sit at blown in that cheese, did you? But you want to jump big and bad on the motherfucking internet at a bitch like me because you feel some type of way. Like, bitch, mind your business. What about why you have to file bankruptcy? You just filed bankruptcy 5 fucking years ago, bitch. You've been doing spill work and shit allegedly since you were a kid. So, bitch, why you couldn't do no hoodoo voodoo to stop from losing that fucking house, bitch? Get the fuck out my damn face, bitch. Because you're simple. Because you're a simple-minded hoe, just like the rest of those hoes. You're all simple-minded, you're basic as fucking, you're always going to say we are. You're stuck in the box. Like Lauryn Hill said, I will get out of the box. Yeah, honey, y'all not getting out that box, honey. Y'all got your own stuff in that box, and bitch, you're going to stay there. Okay, hello? Oh, come on. Come on back. Come on back. I want to close this in saying, okay, seek spirit. Seek spirit. Don't get caught up in this other shit. I'm seeking Oya. I'm seeking the Ifa. I feel like I'm connected to Ifa. I did a lot of hoodoo. I want to try another path. Honey, this is all within you. Why not get to know yourself? We got classes out there, and of course you're gonna have an opportunity for those who are in here right now. You're gonna have an opportunity to ask me and my spirits, what are your gifts? Hello? But we have classes on that, how to figure out what your gifts are, because there's thousands and millions of them, and how to tap into them for you, because everybody can't be a damn healer. Everybody can't be empathic. Everybody can't be a high priestess. Some of you are meant to be spiritualists in real life. Like, everybody can't be a fucking internet spiritualist. Some of you are meant to be this in real life. Start with self. Like I tell you, I fuck with some very powerful people. I got people that were diagnosed with fibroids, diagnosed with breast cancer, diagnosed with CR19, diagnosed with lumps in the throat, in the ass, all over. And honey, they cured themselves from these things. Because once again, the power is in you. Your ancestors are always here to help you, honey. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. That's what I tell you, honey. What I used to do and what I still do now, honey. Before I do something, honey, ancestors, is this a go for me or is this a no for me? Is it a go or a no? I made plans for people, honey, and I said, no, we ain't doing it. And even going into right now, like I told y'all, you got to start standing on self. I've made commitments with people. I've done things with people. And my ancestors like, give them one more try. If they fail this one last try, well, let's go back. So things have happened. Things will happen. I'm like, okay, I want to, hang out with someone. Let me, ask this person, whatever. And then, of course, it falls through. And then I'm like, hey, what's going on with these people, blah, blah, blah. And then, ancestors are like, they're not ready. Well, okay, well, what, can we get clarity on what they're not ready about? A lot of things. They're not ready. And then, of course, things come up. And I'm just like, no, this could be myself having this own feelings about myself. Maybe spirit is not giving me download. Maybe my ancestors ain't telling me shit. Maybe this is myself. And then the second time, okay, hey, I think I want an A, B, C, D, F, G. And then, of course, something else happened. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, maybe my ancestors was right. Maybe my ancestors was right. Like, bitch, you need to really step all the way back and just deal with this person or these people from afar, right? From a distance. But then I'm like, no, this could be my own feelings too coming up once again. And the spirit is like, ancestors like, listen, 3 times and it's done. If you give this person 3 opportunities, 3 different times during 3 different seasons to come forward and do A, B, C, D, F, G, that's a sign that they're not ready to be in your energy. And that's no shade to anybody, but they're not ready to be in your aura. They're not ready to connect with you on that level. They're not ready to extend. They're not ready to elevate. They're comfortable being where they're at. And then sure enough, the third time, I'm thinking, oh my God, it's looking good. Bam, let me get ready. And then bam, something falls through. And so I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start sticking with my gut. When my gut tells me to do something, honey, yeah, my gut has not proven me wrong. All these years I've lived, this is what kept me safe. So yeah, honey, let me stick with my stuff. And so now I'm just like, no, honey, you gotta earn it, honey. You gotta earn it. And that's whatever. If not, it will stay a phone or an internet thing, honey. You gotta earn, honey. Because girl, when it goes into energy, girl, like I said, girl, people like to pull that shit, girl. You ain't pulling my energy like that, Satan. Anyway, come on in here. Very mixed. It shows in our features. I know that's right. Come on in here, Jay. Ow. Yes, come on here, Jolly L, Grand Madam. Good evening, good night. Yes, and good morning. How you doing? Yes, honey. Listen, y'all. See, the sun used to do that to me. I think I maybe already damaged me. Oh, see, I wear sunblock now. Shout out to Aveeno. Let me go ahead and pull. Hold on. It's in my purse right now, girl. You got to apply it every 80 minutes, honey. Give me one moment, honey. Okay. Aveeno Protect and Hydrate Sunscreen, all day hydration, broad spectrum, UVA, UVB protection, sweat and water resistance, 80 minutes, and it's 60 SPF. Shout out to Aveeno. Y'all never felt me. Okay, hello? I allegedly had eczema back in the day. No more eczema because I learned that eczema is caused by a parasite. Come on in here. Hello? So we love Aveeno. Shout out to Aveeno, honey. Who you doing? Yes, honey. In Japanese spelling, saru emi. Saru emi. What the hell is what trouble? Trouble. Ninja tactic. Trouble now. Very suggested I features. Ooh, hi, Mantinic. What the hell is this? This magenta is what kind of trouble. You are so funny. That bitch Brittany got quit the gents nowadays. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Yes, that's a message. I've been connected with my Ori, my higher self, my inner goddess and God and the Most High. Instead of trying to work with other spirits, love my team, but know their stuff first. There you go. Know your stuff first. You know, Ganesha have showed me so much. You know, Oshun has showed me so much. I just like to call those two out because, of course, publicly, y'all should all, if you don't know, now you know. Ganesha's everywhere. Oshun is everywhere. Ganesha's everywhere in spirit, but also all around my house. You know, everywhere, different statues. People always give me, you know, Ganesha. I tell y'all when I know something is coming in, you know, something with Oshun will come up or something with Ganesha. Ganesha and Oshun, those things are very, very heavy for me. So I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh. But listen, I want to jump into this, and of course, if y'all want to do this, because in case we did some readings today. I did some in-person work today. A lot of people graduated. A lot of people had birthdays today. One of the clients that I saw today, Mama was telling me something about how, you know, I won't even get into that. But anyway, so we just want to tap in just a little bit, and of course, you know, normally we do the number thing, but we're just gonna jump into it. Okay, hello. And of course, you know, I don't feel any heavy energy tonight. But we're gonna jump in, and of course, you know, I may stop if I feel like ooh, 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 but whatever. So of course, for those who are in here, and of course, definitely those, you know, Granada, you know, actually everybody's coming around. I think I see you in here a lot. So if y'all want to ask any questions, one question, I'm down to dive right on in. Um, Intuitively, and of course I also have one of my decks here that's actually charging for a reading I have to do tomorrow, but I'm down to pull it out and do some tea. Okay, it could be a yes or no question, it could be a time frame question, and of course all I ask you, okay, when you're getting this reading is to come back with the receipts. Okay, that means when it happens you come forward and you say, yes, Mystic, this happened, that happened. And I think I want to do too. Never mind. We'll say that for another day. Okay. So we'll allow the next minute or so if you have any questions that you want to know. Okay. we'll jump right into it, honey. If not, we'll keep moving, honey. Bye bye. Gotta go. Out. Time is ticking. Time is rendering. Okay. The planets are moving and shifting. And honey, we got things we have to do. Okay. So come on in here. Any questions? Any questions? Go ahead. Shoot your shot. Yes or no? It could be any question, honey. Okay. Yes or no? Okay. And I will say this too. And I need to start saying this as this time when I give readings, honey. Be careful what you ask because you'll get the answer. And excuse what I say when I'm giving the answer. Okay. If I say, girl, now you know you a hoe, you are not gonna find love. Ah! Don't get offended by that. Okay. So let's do it. We got the timer now. Let's do it. Ow. Energy do I have around me right now? What energy do you have around you right now? Oh, that's amazing that you asked that, Jay. So we're gonna see right now. What energy do you have around you right now? Ooh, okay. Oh shit. Okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We're gonna pull one card from there. We're gonna pull one card from there. So right now, I'm getting the 777 energy with you, which is basically the bottom and the top, which means that, of course, there's a lot of things changing for you right now on the outside and the inside that you may be aware of. And if you do not, if you're not aware of it yet, you will soon be. One of the cards that come up for you is the Dark Night of the Soul. This is something saying that life is bringing a new meaning, which is telling me that either you found out new information about something that you thought was something totally different, or you find out new information about self that you never really realized. Going into the next card, it is actually upside down. It's the Samadhi card, and this is perfect acceptance. So there's something that you're not fully accepting, if I had to tap into this, about yourself. There's something that you're fully not accepting that you're connected to. Okay, you got insight on something, whatever. Now, this could also go into the other three cards that I pulled here, which is the Queen of Clubs, the Joker card, and we also have the Eight of Hearts card. So there's definitely some love energy here. The Queen of Club card, of course, I feel like this come up many, many times with a lot of people, but the Club card is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And I do feel like this energy is connected to this woman. This is an older woman. Yeah, mama's she's a little sneaky, a little conniving. The energy that I get from this woman is, I'm just gonna have girl. Okay. Mama's like tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. My mama got shot by a G.I. Joe. And, hello. That's what I'm getting from this woman. So you got to be careful with her. Next to that is the Joker card. This is saying proceed with caution. And just be careful with this woman, this energy. Whatever this energy is connected to, just be careful with that. Going into the Ace of Hearts. Of course, when it comes to hearts, we're dealing with matters of the heart. This is the love and marriage card. Not saying that this woman is a married woman, but we're saying definitely when it comes to love and marriage that there's commitment of some sort. And of course, love could be connection with self or outside sources. So either way, even going into the time frame, of course, going into the club, this woman, I'll see the number 4 here. I'm seeing 11. And something with, there's numbers actually shifting here. So I'm seeing 22, 23, and 27. Of course, you'll know what those numbers mean. You can write those numbers down. But going into the club, this also deals with springtime. This also goes into days. So, of course, I do think that this number 4 is definitely significant. And, of course, like I said, I'm seeing 1-1 as well. So, definitely, that's the energy that's around you. Okay. There you go. My path involving my arts. Okay. I have a similar question, not necessarily. Okay. Not necessarily yes or no. My question is, what does spirit have to let me know in regards to my path? Well, let's see. Okay. So 2 cards are here. Feeling loved and proud, open your arms. So 2 things here. They're both upside down. Okay. There's something going on that you're not aware of. Okay. There's an opportunity that's there that you're not really even tapping into. going into feeling loved or feel love and feel proud. I don't know if there's a sick, because usually when this card comes up, there's something with depression there, something with feeling not worthy, something with feeling not good enough, something with feeling like, I thought it was this, I thought it was that, but it's not really that. Okay, going into the next thing, of course, here too, we have the Celestial Gate Keeper, which timing is critical. I do feel like there's something coming up for you, even going into time frame. The number 13 comes up. We also could even say, once again, 4. We also have something with spring, I would say next year. So something around the time of spring of 2023 is coming in for you. Definitely pay attention to the signs. Definitely pay attention to the people, and also the company that you keep. I do feel like there's somebody in your party. Okay, somebody in your party here, because there's a snake card that comes up here. This person is definitely connected to feminine energy, and something about their obsession with I don't know if this is a fucking mole or rat or gopher. It's one of these energies. Okay. So yes, definitely open up. That opportunity is definitely coming up. Spring of next year. Okay, well, we got what is this? May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Then we got 10 months for that. Damn. Listen, you'll be here. Hello? Yes, honey. Go ahead, Jay. What's your next question? Go ahead. Y'all don't know what type, but go ahead. What's that question, Jay? What's that one more question? You welcome, Jalia. You welcome. And of course, like I said, come with the receipts, okay? Come with the receipts, okay? Come with the receipts. We need these receipts too, okay? Hello. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Thank you so much, Jalia. You gotta do what's good for you, and you have to do what, once again, going into hunches, what you're feeling is not wrong, but also maybe try to understand what it is that you're feeling. Okay. Yes, honey. Come on in here. Perfect. Come on in. We know you're talented, Jalia. Okay. We know you're talented. We know, honey. We know. Okay. Yes, honey. I think when I heard one of your songs, I think we were on live too. This is like what, 3 or 4 years ago, and there was a boxing arena across the street, and the lights were actually going to your song, and I was like, the fuck? And I almost wanted the guy that I was there with to, hey, can you come over here? Now I'm gonna play this song. You tell me if am I tripping, or is these lights, blinking to this song? Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let me ask you this though. Was the energies that we tapped into now, Jay, were they, is something resonating with you? I mean, what was the ow? What's going on with that? I just want you to at least confirm that right here, right now. Was there something going on with that? And these cards are actually cute too. I don't think I ever used these oracle cards and tarot cards with my online people. I think I only use these cards in person. Someone gifted me actually both of these oracle, and I can't even tell you what the fuck they are, y'all, because I throw the boxes and books away. Because of course the books and stuff would tell you what these cards mean, but of course, if I'm looking at these cards and I'm feeling something, I'm gonna say what I'm feeling, girl. It could be a tree with glitter on the tree, and I'm like, listen, honey, that money is drying up. And people are like, no, that doesn't mean that money drying up. That means that they're going to be getting money. No, that's not what I sensed when I got that card. Can you confirm, ma'am, if that money's drying up, that money coming in? And then, of course, the lady would say, yeah, it actually is drying up. I was actually told they're going to be downsizing. And my next question was going to be, am I part of the downsize? And it's like, so was I wrong or was I right? Bitch. No, yes, you remember. Okay, you remember that. Yes, honey. Okay, come on in here. I think what I'm gonna do too is, y'all, I think I'm gonna do um when it comes to my readings, because nobody knows my schedules, right? And people be like, you know, shout out to those of you who get readings and stuff regularly too. Shout out to you, because you know the protocol. Some people have not got readings from me in like 2 or 3 years, and then they'll send me an email and they're like, "Hey, are you free to do a reading on Friday?" And of course, we always say send the money first and then ask, because it's first come first serve. I want to tell you, yes, I'm free on Friday, and then somebody else come up. So what I'm gonna do is, I think every Friday I want to, because Friday is my day. Love Friday. Every Friday, I think I want to tell y'all my availability. Okay. And then going on the, and it'll be on the blog spot too. Maybe I'll come out here and remind y'all too. I don't know. But it'll definitely be on the blog spot, and I'll just update it. When that time is not available there, I will erase it. And of course, that'll be the number one page up there. When you click on the blog spot, enter you over there, you'll see it. But I'm thinking every Friday, I think that's what we'll do. So you kind of, you'll be updated. Like I said, I think for now until the 3rd of June, because that's when Mercury retrograde ends. And I don't know about y'all, Mercury retrograde has been good for me. Okay, hello. This time around. Um, but yeah, the hour-long readings or the $100 readings, that will be booked within 24 hours. The $50 readings, which I believe is like 1 or 2 questions, would be booked within 2 to 3 days. We'll say 72 hours the longest. And then of course, like I said, you have a week. I love people that book out a week. Not saying I like you more, better than those who do immediately. But sometimes, honey, like bam, I'm like shit. Like I thought today was the day, but today I need to take this day out because bitch, I overdid myself yesterday. I overdid myself 2 days. And of course, y'all have never had that. I think a few of y'all, we've had to postpone the reading because of course my energy was just like not in that space. I was like, yeah, I don't believe in reading people when my energy is thrown off. Like if I'm distracted with something, yeah, baby, I'm not about to be tapping into no energy, honey, and pulling on what you got or giving you what I got. Okay. Very similar to when you have a cold. You have a cold and you hug and touch on somebody, bitch. That cold and flu is contagious. Same thing with energy, honey. People don't be understanding that. People got money problems. That energy is contagious, girl. You will start to have money problems. People got issues with finding themselves. You will start losing shit. There's no tea, no shade with that. Like I said, honey, birds of feather flock together, girl. We all on the same fucking bird, bitch. Hello? Honey, I need you to be on the same accord as everybody, girl. Hello? I don't need you to be over there. We over here. We do, girl. We want to go north. You want to go south. Now you pulling energy the opposite way. No, thank you. Yes, I think so. 4 is significant. All of it is connecting to something for me specific. Okay, come on in here. I'm telling you, spirit talk, spirit talk, spirit talk, honey. Let's see. One last question. I'm gonna be done, honey. There's 9 of you in here. Y'all scared. Of course, I expect my people to always come through. Ow! Jolly L and J, they showed up and showed out. Any more questions? Hello, hello, hello. Yes or no? No, no question is dumb. Hello. You can ask anything about spirits connected to you, spiritual gifts. If you should slap somebody, what should you do tonight? What should you do tomorrow? What is your life going to be like in the next couple of days, couple of years? And of course, honey, we're going to give you insight of what we see now. Like I said, I use cards as tangible evidence, but I definitely can see without pulling the cards. Hello? Like I said, I'm gonna buy me a body cam. I'm gonna buy me a body cam because I feel like there's no other proof, unless of course I'm on the phone with somebody all the time. And right now, around this energy, and even going into like the 30th, it's the new moon. From the 30th to the 6th for sure, I'm really gonna be like separating myself from people. But I really, really been distancing myself from a few people because their energy is just completely off, and not in a bad way, but I just don't feel like we're on the same frequency. But either way, that's gonna be the only way, because y'all, like, it's really amazing. Like literally, y'all. And sometimes I'm just like, yeah, we're not gonna do that today. Right? No, we're not gonna do that today. Like I think today a little something happened to of me saying today is gonna be a good day. But yesterday I went to a store and I wanted to get me some banana nut muffins because I was craving that with some almond milk. Don't ask me why, but I was like, I'm craving banana nut bread or banana nut muffins with almond milk. And it could be because 2 days ago, one of my sisters said that their grandmother makes banana nut bread and she needs brown bananas. I was like, ugh. So maybe that's what it was. It was in my subconscious. So I go to the store and I see this lady, and Mama was like very spazzle padazzle. And I'm like, okay, Mama's like telling me to look at her, right? This is what I'm feeling. I'm like, Mama's telling me to look at her. But yeah, so of course, y'all, she's talking to this guy and she's just like, whatever. She's listening, but she's like, whatever. And I'm like, this lady is like, wow. So I'm seeing a lot of shit, but I'm definitely picking up Cancer, right? The zodiac. So I was like, I've seen you several times before, but I never wanted to ask you this. I never asked you this. But, what sign are you? And she's like, I'm a Scorpio. And I'm like, yeah, honey, I've not been wrong for the past couple of days. I've not been wrong. I'm willing to say that you are heavily connected to Cancer energy, though. Like, you feel like a Cancer to me. I kid you not. The lady was like, how do you know that? And I said, am I right? Or am I what? And then she's like, yeah, my husband is a Cancer. My dad is a Cancer. And one of my oldest sons is a Cancer. And I love Cancers. And I was like, yeah, I could see that. I was like, you have that energy. Like, you're very maternal, very loving. Like, I feel, I'm about to go home, make a banana, about to have this banana nut bread and make this some type of, I call it sponge cake, where you take the cup, you fill up with almond milk just a little bit, put the cake in and let the cake absorb the milk, and then you eat it. So I was like, I'm about to go home and make this, and I feel like you make this too. And cherries. Like, girl, while I'm telling her this, y'all, I'm seeing cherries and shit. And I'm like, yeah, there's something about like a cherry pie. And y'all, this lady was like, wow. And that's what I said. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to keep it on. Bam, I got to go out. And I was just thinking as I'm going back to my car, just thinking to myself, like, wow. Like, wow, honey. Like, I've been doing this for a very long time, but I really still get blown away by spirit because consciously, there's no way that I would know anything about these people. Like, consciously, there's no way. I see them in passing. I see them at the store. They don't tell me their lifelong story because I don't really want to hear it, honestly. But to just, at that moment, just tap into that. Like, yeah, something is screaming out to you that you're a Cancer. What's going on with that? And I'm really, really hoping, too, because sometimes there's deeper reasons for spirit talking, too. I'm really hoping that ain't nothing gonna happen to these Cancers energy around her because of course, like I said, you never know. Things come up, honey. And honey, I wasn't in there trying to read, but I was just like, Cancer, I'm getting Cancer energy from her. She's not a Scorpio at all. I never want to slap a Scorpio, honey. And 7 more repeating numbers. Now, are you seeing 777 a lot? And I think you probably mentioned that the other day. And I was actually saying that in a sense of 777, believe it or not, people think it's a very lucky number, but 777 is actually connected to 1111. That's why they say 711. So 777 is actually either your lowest or your highest. And at this point, you could decide what it's going to be. So that's the energy, like a fork in the road, like you're standing in the middle of a street and you're like, okay, do I go left or right, left or right, left or right, right, left? Okay, I'm gonna play tic-tac-toe, or I'm gonna play Rochambeau, not tic-tac-toe, Rochambeau with myself, and you're taking the right hand, Rochambeau, like, yeah, but you already know what you're gonna pull because both of the fucking hands are yours. So it's like that's the energy I'm getting. Like something is going on, something is stirring within you. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. So I guess that's it. Shout out to Jolly L. Shout out to Jay. And of course, you can always check out my blog spot, twospiritmystic.blogspot.com. Y'all, when I tell y'all I'm so excited for 666, like I've been working on my energy, working on my energy. And of course, people who are connected to me, they understand. They're not feeling no type of way at all. I just know that this year is going to be a very, very powerful year. Going into next year and the years to come as well. So, of course, there's distractions out here. And I'm wanting to keep you focused. So, like I said, the 66 event is going to be so amazing. And I'm just excited. I'm just so excited, y'all. Even going into the Airbnb that I picked out, girl, beautiful, y'all. When I say beautiful, beautiful, okay, beautiful. Bella and Anubis is gonna fucking love it too. Like beautiful, and you know I'm gonna have photo shoots there too. Y'all know I'm doing some photo shoots there too, honey. Hello, like I said, I can't say where it's at yet. You join the event, I'll tell you exactly where we're gonna be at. Hello, I'll send you a thing or two as well. Maybe I'll send you a souvenir. Hello, send you a souvenir or two. Very, very beautiful. Just y'all, like just y'all, like just beautiful. And oh my god, the only thing I'm thinking about is hopefully my phone works. If not, because one of my phones is a Verizon phone, and Verizon works everywhere. So I'm hoping the phones do work up there. If not, honey, girl, they got Wi-Fi, so I guess I'll use the Wi-Fi calling. And I'm just like, honey, don't worry about me. Everybody, I think I posted on my personal Facebook page where I was going, and they were like, hey, just be careful. And I'm like, honey, I'm protected, baby. I'm protected, baby. My spirits always walk with me, honey. When I came out the fucking uterus, bitch, I knew that I was gonna be in a dangerous position, honey. Me being transgender, oh girl, bye, girl, bye, girl, bye, girl, bye. Me being hypersensitive to energy, yeah, honey. I need all my protection, girl. Physically, spiritually, girl. That's how we. That's how we build bridges. We don't destroy them, honey. Hello. So, y'all, love and lights. Bye for now. And of course, like I said, check out the blog spot. Y'all, you'll be seeing me again very, very soon. And yes, love and light. Namaste. And like I said, 28spirit@gmail.com. Bye for now. Once again, thank you, Grand Madam, Trouble, Twubble, Jay, as well as Jolly L for stopping by and spending some time. And of course, everybody else who's lurking, I ain't talking. Hey, we see y'all. Let me see. They used to show you who was in here watching. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that back in the day? Or am I tripping? No, they used to show you. You used to be able to click on here. Okay, well, never mind. I think I'm thinking about something else. Shit. And I'm drinking some Sierra Mist right now. Yes, honey. Love and light, you guys. And I will definitely talk to you guys very soon, okay? Bye for now.